Possible terror attack in Manhattan, a Site C report expected today, and a young athlete faces possible deportation after a manslaughter conviction. Vancouver Morning News for Wednesday, November 1st. I'm Kevin Olenek. 8 people were killed and almost a dozen injured when a man in a rented pickup truck drove down a busy bicycle path near the World Trade Center yesterday in Manhattan. The driver of the attack barreled along the bike path in a rented Home Depot truck for equivalent of about 14 blocks, before slamming into a small yellow school bus. The mayhem and the burst of police gunfire set up panic in the neighborhood. The driver was shot in the abdomen by police after jumping out of the truck with what turned out to be a fake gun in each hand, and shouting what witnesses said was Allahu Akbar, Arabic for God is great. The suspect was identified by as Safilio Habibovic Saipov. He's from Central Asia, but has been living in the U.S. since 2010. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio called this an act of terror. The final report of the Site C project from the BC Utilities Commission is expected today. The report, which was requested by the NDP, will look at the economic viability of the $8.3 billion project and provide recommendations on what to do next. The report is expected to guide the provincial government's decision on whether to move the project forward, pause it, or cancel it outright. The NDP promised a review as part of their election platform. The lawyer for a 20-year-old athlete guilty of manslaughter is arguing for a lenient sentence so his client doesn't face deportation out of Canada. Tetsui Vilkalani, once a rising star of BC rugby, and another athlete attacked James Enright in the parking lot of Edmund SkyTrain station in Burnaby 2 years ago. The victim, who was standing up for a woman Vilkalani had punched in the face, died after being stabbed in the heart. While Vilkalani didn't deal the fatal blow, he did punch Enright in the head and was found partially responsible for his death. Prosecutors are pushing for Vilkalani to spend 4 years in prison, but the rugby player's lawyer is arguing for a suspended sentence and 3 years probation. Vancouver's Coastal Health has issued a warning after 7 people overdosed at the Maple Overdose Provincial Site yesterday. Tiffany Aikens with VCH said an unknown green substance is making the rounds on the downtown east side. Aikens said the substance is believed to be an opiate. Symptoms experienced by people who have used it include rigid muscles and pinned pupils. Tim Hortons is expanding its international footprint yet again. Canada's coffee chain is poised to sell Timbits alongside Mexican hot chocolate at its first ever restaurant in Mexico. The restaurant opened on Friday in San Pedro Garcia. Tim Hortons announced approximately 300 people lined up for the opening, and over 1,000 customers were served by the end of the day. Did you see a lot of trick-or-treaters last night? There are a lot of creativity in costumes and a lot of popular costumes. According to the National Retail Federation and seasonal retailer Spirit Halloween, some of the more popular costumes you would have seen included many of the characters from the Netflix hit series Stranger Things, Wonder Woman, the cast of Baywatch, and was Justin Trudeau dressed as yesterday, Clark Kent, and Superman. In sports, we have got a Game 7 in the World Series. The Dodgers finally got to Astros starter Justin Verlander in the 6th, and Jock Peterson had his 3rd home run of the World Series as the Dodgers forced that Game 7 with a 3-1 win over the Houston Astros. Game 7 will be played tonight as Lance McCullers starts for the Astros, Yu Darvish for the Dodgers. 3 games in the NHL last night. We had the Rangers over the Golden Knights 6-3, the Red Wings beat the Coyotes 5-3, and the Jets over the Wild 2-1. The Canucks play tonight as they host the New Jersey Devils. Vancouver weather, mainly sunny and 7 in the morning. Expected high of 11 during the day, continuing to be sunny. However, 70% chance of rain tonight and a low of 7. Rain and 6 tomorrow, Thursday, and back to mainly sunny and 5 on Friday. That is the Vancouver Morning News for Wednesday, November 1st. Go to soundcloud.com, KEVOLE, or Spreaker.com, KEVOLE for more. I'm Kevin Olenek.